In this letter, what's interesting is that that Eknath Shinde has actually mentioned an interview that Sanjay Raut gave to NDTV, and he's even attached, a link in his tweet. And he said, and in this particular interview, Mr. Sanjay Raut is quoted as saying to NDTV that let all the MLAs come to the floor of the House. We will see then these MLAs who have left. They will find it difficult to return and move around in Maharashtra. So he's actually, quoted that and given a link to that interview where he's then talked about about security being removed for the families of these 38 MLAs. So interesting to have NDTV quoted, because we do know that yesterday Uddhav Thackeray also quoted NDTV's report from the Surat airport, where we showed how the MLAs were being taken to Guwahati under strict security, and the kind of chaos that there was over there. So now Eknath Shinde also tweeting, and in this letter mentioning this statement by Sanjay Raut to NDTV.
That's right. The fact really is that all these rebel MLAs, no one better than them knows what the Sena cadre and the Sena street fighters are capable of. That is the politics of the Sena. That is the political language of the Sena right from Balasaheb's time. Eknath Shinde was recently behind the production of a film called Dharamveer, which is based on the Sena stalwart Anand Dighe's life. And again, many would perhaps not agree with the kind of chief justice that's meted out to rebels, even in that movie. And Eknath Shinde's character has a very prominent role in that movie. So what Eknath Shinde is now worried about is exactly what he's been a part and parcel of all these years, and he knows it very well. So this is something that is now, of course, going to be a worry for the Shiv Sena rebels, because they know, and this removal of security is something that they would be very, very worried about. And the Maharashtra government will have to ensure that these MLAs are not, harmed in any way, because it is indeed a worrying situation. And Shiv Seniks are angry. And yes, these MLAs are going to face the ire of their constituents. You are elected on a party ticket. You are elected because of party loyalties. And that's something that a lot of Vibhag Pramukhs, Shakha Pramukhs told us. That one day you suddenly can't change your mind and decide to go with another party and then go away and run away to another state and, sit there and then dictate terms from there. That's not how things work, and especially in the political culture of the Shiv Sena particularly. That is a strict no-no. So that is something that's really worrying the rebels, which is why also many are questioning why isn't Eknath Shinde moving the governor. It's precisely this, that in Sena, Shiv Sena, and the Shiv Sena of Balasaheb Thackeray, rebels are really have to really worry, because that's the political language of the Shiv Sena. That's what the Shiv Sena has been like for years, although it's been more nuanced in the last few years. But you saw how Shiv Seniks came out on the streets when Navneet Rana, for example, tried to come to Matoshri. So that is something that is very, very
right.
The rebel MLAs are very well aware of, but yes.
So clearly a big worry over that, and now this letter being written and given to the tweeted also, in which he talks about how they're worried about the security having been removed from the families of the 38 MLAs, and even referring to that NDTV interview in which Sanjay Raut told NDTV that these MLAs will find it difficult to return and move around in Maharashtra, and also talking about how already that the offices of two of the MLAs have been vandalized by the cadre, and that just hours after the security was withdrawn.